Well, hello, hello. Welcome to Coast. My name is Auntie Collins. This is JPJ. It is Sunday, June 21st. How the heck are you, JPJ?
I am doing pretty good. Not too bad. Excited to be here per usual. I look forward to these Sunday afternoons. Should have a couple hours of fun chatting about all things. Some things that'll make me yell and some things that won't. But if I'm being 100% vulnerable and honest, today is a mixed bag for me. I lost my dad. It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to any of the dads out there and any of the good dads out there. But yeah, I lost my dad 14 years ago next month to cancer. So, had a good I know not everybody, I had a good relationship with him. He was great. I loved him. I miss him. But, so today's like a weird day because you get sad at times, but then you also like he was the guy that, even though he didn't care about wrestling, he was the guy that brought me to wrestling events when I was a little guy. The love I have for music and as passionate I am about music, even though we don't talk about it a ton of me, but that's from him. The reason why I'm so passionate about sports, I got from him, so it's just one of those days. But this next few hours will be a good escape from it. Chatting with you, chatting with the chat and having a good time, screaming about pro wrestling and making fun of you because your Mariners stink. And
Oh my God!
do you understand how bad
here.
of a baseball team you have to be to lose two games in a row to the Boston Red Sox?
Goodbye, everybody.
Do you understand? Do you understand how bad your team is to lose two games in a row?
It's not even close games.
No, we're smashing you. We're smashing you. Again, but I did say last week when you said you were going, I did say that we're above 500 as we're 12 games under 500. Mm-hmm. But we are above 500 on the road. Like, we are a good road team. So you are getting the best version of our team because apparently we can win baseball games when we're not at Fenway Park. But when we're at Fenway Park, we can't win to save our lives. So, but
this is what I have to say about that.
Yeah, fair. That's how I think about my own team. Actually.
I have to say, though, so if y'all didn't know it, or we're looking at our social medias, which obviously we go to our social medias, say hello, hang out, whatever. I went to the game on Friday. It was also the same day as the World Cup, which
awesome. The World Cup, what a moment I feel like the country needed this.
I've seen so much love for my city.
Oh my God, it's so good.
So many
Boston
people,
and the Scots, and it's just. I've said it on numerous things, but I just feel like we are so used to opening our phones or putting on news, and it's just bullshit, negative, and again, rightfully so.
Knicks fans.
But yeah, well, but I feel like since the World Cup has started, when a lot of us are going to our timelines or we're seeing all these videos of people from international countries here and enjoying being here and being happy to be around American people and and it almost makes you think that maybe the people aren't the problem. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's the terrible world leaders that we have everywhere that are the issues. Because it seems like the normal folk are getting along pretty damn good, I'd say, and in most places. So, but
it's friendly. People are being nice,
and jovial. Not even and accepting of other people's traditions and cult. Like it's more than just us being nice to each other. Like in Boston, in one of the parks over the weekend, they had like the Iraqi fans there, and like Americans in Iraq, people from Iraq were like dancing and singing and like sharing traditions in the park. And I'm just like, this is, you know what I mean? It's just wonderful. It's wonderful.
Sounds awesome.
And the USA was one of the first teams to qualify to go. They've already won their group, which is the first time they've ever won a group in the history of the World Cup. Ever. So
if y'all didn't know, I'm moving, I moved. The boxes are still a supporting character over here. But I got to literally walk to the train station.
That's pretty good.
Get on the train, go down there. There were so many people. The line was absolutely insane. And I said, nope, I'm going to go across the street
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go grab a beer. Going to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing thrills me less than standing in a line outside a stadium in the summer heat.
Like waiting to get in?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
All
No,
these
couldn't be
line
me.
cutters. I'm getting frustrated, you know?
Couldn't be me.
So,
I would never.
Me and a couple pals went over and we grabbed a beer across the street, which also was a interesting experience because it's obviously decked out for the World Cup. Like,
Of course.
they have multiple screens. They have like a giant projector in their parking lot. They had
really?
Like,
Oh,
trucks.
like a watch party screen kind of thing? Nice.
So I think the Brazil game was on when we went to grab a drink. I got a nice 24-ounce cider, which, can I just say, I love when, like, because it's like a brewery kind of thing. So there were like 24 different things on tap. I love when they have more than one cider option. And they go, do you want the sweet or do you want, more
dry
tart? Dry.
Yeah.
And
we have
I got like a cherry one that was like so tart. 6.5.
That's pretty good for a cider.
Yeah. It was really good.
So we have a place in Salem, Massachusetts, where all the witches are. Great city. If you want to come for the, first of all, if you come in October, there's 1 million people there a day. Like, do not come in October. You can see all the witch stuff year. I get it. October's hot, scary month, spooky month. I get it. There are 1 million people in Salem, Massachusetts for like the month of October. It is a shit show. You can see all the witch stuff year round, just so you know, if you're into that and you ever wanted to come. But there's great brew pubs, it's a very cool, old school, historic city in Massachusetts. And there's a place there called Far From the Tree, and it's a cider brewery where they only make ciders.
I love that.
Yeah, so you can go there, you can get flights, you can get and they have like 12 to 16 taps of all different types of cider.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's like the opposite of a brewery where you go and there's a tap or two. There's a tap or two for beer and the rest is all cider. So it's like but yeah, I'm not a huge cider guy, but I have friends and I have people that are, they don't like beer because,
There's a cider house over here. So in Washington, there's a place called Woodinville. So it's just a little north of Seattle that has like some historic wineries.
Okay.
And there's a couple cider houses over there. There's a cider house over here called Locust, and they have a chai cider. So it tastes like a chai latte, but in like a cider form. I buy it by the bulk.
Yeah.
Because once it's gone, it's gone. It's like small, whatever they do, like small batch or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's so good. They have like a maple bourbon one that's so good. In the summer, they have like a lemon zest one. Like, and I really like going to their, because they have a couple locations. And they have like old school like games as well as like lawn games and stuff like that. But we went one time and I was like, they have a bunch of pinball machines over here.
Pinball.
I love a pinball machine.
Yeah, of course. Duh.
But
that's pretty good. Yeah, we have luckily I do feel like we get, Portland, Maine is not terribly far from me. And there's a brewery in Portland, Maine. There's 1 million breweries in Portland, Maine, but there's a brewery called Après, and they make their own seltzers.
Oh,
so it's like so you go there and it's all seltzers, all different types of seltzers that they craft, make their own seltzers, and it's a very just kind of a hip spot, kind of in the middle of a bunch of different beer breweries. So if you want like a little change of pace or like a little, something on the fruity side or something on the, the lighter side type of thing, you can kind of just walk over there and get yourself they have all strawberry rhubarb. They have a lemon lime. They have a bunch of different, like those are, standard, but then they'll have like seasonal ones that are really, really good. So luckily we're kind of surrounded by some cool places that can
I love it.
Fill the need for everybody.
We,
but yeah,
we are blessed.
Yeah. And, Friday, I had to work in the morning. And then right after work, I met some friends at the local establishment because they had deals going on to watch the World Cup there. They had 75-cent wings. 75 in this economy? Oh, 75-cent wings.
Okay.
$8 nachos, $8 pizzas, and they had buckets of beer.
Yeah.
They had buckets of beer. And I was like, party, dude. So came home from work, got out of the work clothes real quick, drove 5 minutes down the road, and we parked, and I was feeling good. I was feeling good watching that game, and it was a good result. But yeah, I got 10 wings for $7.50, and I was like, bless. My first beer cost more than my wings so.
That is crazy. You know what? Like, I love it when people get inventive with like, hey, this is our marketing stuff. Like, all we want is you in the building.
Yeah. And the place is called Mac Daddy's.
Mac Daddy.
And they specialize in mac and cheese. So they have like six or seven different mac and cheeses. They have steak and they have regular, nachos, steak and cheese, chicken wings, obviously. Like they have pizza, bar pizza, but like it's Mac Daddy's because they specialize in mac and cheese. This is the name of the thing. But it's called the Sweet Cock. And it is a honey barbecue mac and cheese. Yes. And then they have another one called the Burnt Cock. And it's mac and cheese with burnt ends on it.
I would tear that down.
It's amazing. The burnt ends are like in like they're basically, a burnt end is like candy almost. If you get it made,
the pictures of this.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And I looked at the guy. I was like, "Are you doing this special just for today, or is this like every U.S. game?" And he's like, "Every U.S. game." And I was like, "All right, well, I'll be seeing you."
There's a picture of Anthony Bourdain there.
Anthony Bourdain is on the wall. Then there's a lot of sports stuff. Like they have a mural of Brady and Ortiz eating mac and cheese together. That's kind of funny. And then there's like a wall of like actual pictures. They have the picture of A-Rod,
I love it.
of Veritek shoving A-Rod's face from the brawl in 2003. Then they got like pictures of like, Brady holding up the trophy, Pedro holding up the World Series trophy. So it's like, it's the sports vibe. And I did not know. I had gotten takeout from there, but I had never gone in there until we were there. And I was impressed. I didn't know it was that big. I didn't know the bar situation was as kind of hopping and good as it was. It was nice.
This looks incredible. Okay, so when I come visit,
okay,
this is the first place you're taking me.
Okay. That's in the town I live in. It's literally like less than 5 minutes from my house.
Perfect. So it's the first place you're taking me.
Yeah. Pretty good. They have they have the best steak and cheese in the town that I live in. It's a teriyaki steak and cheese.
How am I going to eat everything?
They use actual ribeye and they use Cooper Sharp cheese, which is, if you're not using that cheese, your steak and cheese is a step behind.
Okay.
Step behind.
So we need to plan something either for probably the start of next year.
Okay.
Let's start planning.
If I'm alive, I'm here. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Let's plan something. Although I wouldn't really want to visit Boston in wintertime.
Okay, so I have not heard. So AEW is coming to Boston next month for Dynamite and Collision, the middle of the month. I don't know how true this is at all, but if you Google All Out 2026, multiple places say that the rumor is it's going to be happening in Boston, Massachusetts. I don't think they've announced where All Out is going to be this year yet. And Tony, the last 2 times they have been in Boston, you know how he comes out in between the commercials sometimes and in between, and he'll hype up the crowd. He has told us 2 times in a row. And the second time he specifically said, I know I said this last time, but I'm being serious. Boston's getting a pay-per-view soon. That's what he's told us. So again, I have not heard, and nobody has reported this at all. It's probably a lump of dog shit lie. That's fine. But I have seen, when you type in All Out 26, I've seen Boston show up as a rumored destination. And if that were to happen, that would make me a very happy dude.
Well, I'd have to figure out how to get over there.
Yeah, just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh my God. But if you would like your statement read on the air, please send in your super chats. I changed that. Did you see that I changed the little ticker?
You did.
I got a little feisty this morning.
Yeah. I like it.
Go coast to coast, send in your super chats. But all in all, to say, Friday was like a hell of a time. I was watching people drink beer out of a shoe, out of a booth.
Oh, they were doing the that's an Australian thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do they call it?
I don't know. Lunacy.
But there's a name, there's a technical name for it that
but
they
were
call
just
it.
Like, you know,
shoezy, or like a shoe, a shoey. That's it. Thank you.
Shoey. Can I say though? So I'd like walked into this, you know, whatever. There's like food trucks everywhere. There's so many people. I get my cider, and I happen to like stand by this crowd, like waiting for my friends to like, you know, get their drinks.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You want to go next?" And I go, "Oh, no." The way I said it, I was like, no. And they're like, okay. And they, you know, they're obviously like, you know, inebriated. They're going, whatever. Yes, it's a shoey. And I just like turned, and the guy was literally right next to me, like splashing his beer as he was doing a shoey.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's the vibe that we got going on here at 6 p.m. on a Friday.
Oh, it's World Cup, man. There are no rules.
There are no rules.
It's World Cup. So were they Australia? Because we played Australia on Friday.
Yeah, we played
were
Australia.
They Australian fans doing that?
I would assume so.
Yeah,
but
because you know they were downtrodden because they got their asses whooped by them.
But I will tell you. So I did go to the Mariners Red Sox game on Friday.
How'd that go?
Oh,
what was the score on that one?
I'm
Just so you know, Caleb Durbin batting in the 100s, who hit that home run off you guys.
Every time he came up to bat, I said he's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit it. And
do you know Caleb Durbin? This guy. First of all, we traded a guy named Kyle Harrison for him, who's on the Brewers now. Gonna get Cy Young votes this year. That's the kind of the great trades my fucking useless GM makes. This guy, Caleb Durbin, seems like a nice guy. I have nothing against him personally. He sucks. All right. He's been batting in the 150s all year. He was so bad at the plate that he hired his own personal hitting coach to get away from the hitting coaches the Red Sox had.
Are you kidding?
And since he's done that over his last like 15 or however many games, he's batting almost 300. Since he was like, hey, the guys that you have helping me, I'm going to go get my own guy. And now all of a sudden he's actually doing all right. He's like been one of our better hitters over the last few weeks. And I'm like, all right, maybe like, again, this systematic failure of a franchise that I follow in baseball, like, can you just stop exist? Like, unbelievable.
I will say, Ranger Suarez.
Now I call him by his proper name. He goes by Ranger because it's easier, but his proper name is Ronher. And that's what I call him, but Ranger because Americans are dumb and wouldn't want to pronounce his real name, so he just went by Ranger.
I mean, they were calling him Ranger, and I was like,
well, that's
But 6 2/3 inning.
Yeah, he's good.
Like, he was like striking people out left and right, catching people swinging. Also, I haven't been to a Mariners game in quite a while where a lot of the calls were challenged.
Oh yeah, the ABS stuff, and like you're talking that. Yeah, that's just started this year. This is the first year they're doing it. And,
really, and because it was like every other like strike, they were challenging a lot of his strikes, and like they would show him on the screen. I'm like, that's a good pitcher because he knows where that box is and where that ball is going is a strike. But like the way that people are standing, it's like it was hitting up more towards people's elbows, and they're like, "That's a bowl."
You're crowding the plate, buddy.
But you're crowding. Exactly. So, sorry.
The Red Sox have been horrendous at the ABS system this year as well. Like one of the worst. They are fucking terrible when it comes to the ABS system. But Ron Hare is really good. He's a really, really good pitcher. He knows the strike zone, like you said. He doesn't throw like overwhelmingly hard. He's more of like a crafty type of pitcher. A lot of off speed. His changeup is great. He can get a little annoying at times to watch from time to time because he gets too, you know how it is. Like he gets like too nitpicky and tries to like hit the corners and stuff like that. And it's like, just throw strikes, bro. Just throw strikes. Stop nibbling. You're killing me. But anyway.
Our friend over here, Binky Days, I need to know, did you watch the extended, the bonus episode? Because Summer House got a bonus episode where they took West. West went to the apartment and had a 3-hour conversation with Kyle.
Okay.
And he said nothing. And the dog was in it. There was their dog. And he was like, my dog seems to know you pretty well. He's like, no. I don't know.
Yeah.
That if a dog knows you well enough to show you their belly and is like all over you and like familial, like you know when someone knows a dog and when someone doesn't know a dog. It means that they've been sneaking around.
Correct.
When the dog knows.
100%.
And then Amanda went over to Lindsay's house. So Lindsay is like the mother. She's called Mother Hubbard. And she basically got her to like confirm, like, I did this to Sierra because I needed validation. I was lonely. I was only thinking about myself. And it's like, why did you not say this at the reunion in front of Sierra?
Yeah.
If this is your opportunity.
Because she's a wuss. Sorry. You can say that now when she's not here, but you can't say it in front of her. You're a piece of trash.
Right. That's shitty.
Piece of trash.
And then Sierra and the other woman, Miha, sat down and had drinks and, you know, hashed out. There was nothing that I loved doing as like being, you know, being I guess a woman, I don't know, is when you meet like another woman who's been scorned by the same man, it's like suddenly we're BFFs. We got a lot of shit to talk about, and when the timelines seem to overlap a little bit, everything gets pieced together. That's more closure than I would get from a man who would lie to me, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
I love their friendship. I hope that Miha becomes like a series regular because she seemed very, very even keel. Like she would be good for television. But anyways, great extra episode. I see Ryan in the chat already talking about Love Island.
This is the American. I do not. I have very low opinions of the people that go on these shows.
Yeah.
And I'm usually not that type of guy. I really only have low opinions of you if you're like a Yankee fan or something. But like I have very low opinions of the type of people that go on these shows.
Penny.
So I usually don't watch these shows because I'm like, what do I care about what this person has to say? Or what, like, I just do not like, I don't care about people that much in general, let alone these type of people. I'm sure they're not all bad people. Right. But I feel like, well, I don't know. I feel like the majority of clips I see from these type of shows, they seem like all bad people. Or at least like self-centered fucking, they might not be bad, like, you know. There's certain people that are like actually like I'm not talking about like criminals or like terrible, but like they all seem to be Happy Father's Day. They all seem to be self-centered, you know.
Yeah.
I know I come off as cocky. It's part of my shtick. But if you talk to me off the air, I am probably, I'm somewhere not as I come off on here. You know what I mean? But like, these people all seem like self-centered. Yeah, but exactly. They're hot, and that's why people watch. It's just hot people they can't talk to regular people because they're not smart enough to talk to regular people. So put them on an island with other dumb people, and then that's how it works.
Listen, I would be bad. I would be bad at going on Love Island because I think I would
not qualify. They'd look at me and they'd be like, "Do you think you fit in here?" And I'd be like, "Yes, I do, actually." Because I'm more like I am more. If normal people are watching this show, they're more likely to get somebody that looks like me than they are this motherfucker. So, but anyway.
I would hate how much there's like kissing challenges because I don't even
challenges.
Yeah.
Love Island has challenges? I thought it's just you're on an island with other hot people and you just if you fuck, you fuck. If you love, you fall in love, you fall in love, and you just kind of
they
make
do
your way.
Little challenges, right?
Really?
They had
dates?
They had one last week where the women were blindfolded and there was a giant bed and they had paint on their hands. And they had to kiss all these people to find the person that they are coupled with.
And they just had to know from the kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, that is my worst nightmare.
Well, that seems like it's not a proper thing. So everybody knew that they were kissing everybody.
Yeah. And like the amount of paint that was on their hands, like shows where they would obviously touch.
Oh, like where they were grabbing for the kiss. Mm-hmm. Couldn't you just do hands behind and just kind of... Are we talking like real kiss or was it peck kiss? Or are we talking like...
No,
make
real
out?
Kiss.
This is like make out kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Well, that's disgusting, by the way. If I was the fourth dude in line, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need their fucking saliva of these three guys when they get to me.
Listen.
Like, I'm not trying to get the hantavirus or whatever next one's going to kill me. I don't fucking need that.
They all sleep in the same room, and you, from what I've heard other people say, it's like, you hear people during the night because they can't film that.
Yeah. Oh, it's not like Big Brother? They don't have a continuous camera?
I mean, they can. Yeah, for sure. But they can't show that on TV.
Fair. Yeah, so that sounds... Yeah, I mean...
Like, I was in college. I heard...
I'm not going to talk about what I did in my 20s because it's probably worse than that.
Like,
but
I was hooking up with people, like, literal feet from my roommate who was also hooking up with people.
I mean, but you had to. You had nowhere else to go in college. Where you're supposed to go.
And you're doing it quietly, and you have some sort of music, like...
Yeah. Hey, put your headphones in for 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That'll be... It's not going to take long. Just put your headphones in. We'll be done shortly. When you see the crack of light, that's them leaving. So you can take the headphones out.
What is my dog doing? I opened up the side door and she's out there.
Got it.
All right. So happy Sunday. Forbidden Door is equaling a banger. Maya beating Athena. Shocker. We will talk about that. I can't wait. And West Wilson got fired from Summer House. He is officially not returning. The evil has been defeated. And you know what I love more than watching reality television? Getting some sort of gratification, some sort of, instant result of your poor behavior,
Yeah, of course. Listen, there are such thing as consequences.
Yes, that's what the consequences. Sorry.
And if you act a certain way or you say stupid stuff or do stupid stuff, there are consequences to that sometimes. And
Miss Penny,
sounds like that guy found out.
Wait, where's Archer? Okay. Hold on.
We've lost a dog.
I think I left them outside.
We've lost a dog, people. They were up 3-0 like 20 minutes in, HUD. This is a domination here. I have it on the side here, and they have spent the whole first half basically in the Saudi Arabia end. And it's it was almost 4-0 right there. So,
but anyways, Friday was a fun time. I went with my work. Drinks and food was free. I had some fish and chips from Ivar's. Which was great.
You didn't buy the souvenir on the boat?
I was looking for it. You didn't get the boat souvenir? They told me it's sold out.
Really?
It's sold out.
All right. How late were you looking?
Right when I got there.
How the hell is it sold? Did you not get there at the beginning of the game?
I did. Well, I told you I didn't get there at like the beginning, but I got there before first pitch.
Okay. Well, yeah, but then they shouldn't be sold out if you got there before the game starts. It's outrageous.
It's rude.
It's rude. It's called Get Your Shit Together.
Yeah.
Safeco. What is it called now? T-Mobile Park?
T-Mobile Park. A lot of people still call it Safeco Field. Can I tell you, though? So I have T-Mobile on my phone.
Mm-hmm. I have T-Mobile as well. The best.
It is literally the best.
Yeah. And always has been. Don't come at me with Verizon or Sprint. Don't come at me.
No.
T-Mobile has always been the best. They've consistently been the best. We are not sponsored by them.
No.
But they are the best.
Hey, bring those dollars over here. Sorry, I'm fixing a nail. But can I just say, like, there were people around me that were like, oh my God, I'm not getting any service. Because, like, think of how many people are in downtown at that area. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But because I'm part of T-Mobile, I'm getting that free Wi-Fi.
Well, you're in their park. So you are one of the blessed ones.
Hell yeah. Also, apparently we chose the game. Well, we didn't choose. My work did. That there was a fireworks show afterwards.
How'd that feel watching that in defeat?
I didn't care because I was gone.
You're a little tipsy. It must have been. It must have cheered up everybody, considering you lost to the worst team in the league.
So here's my problem: is that Boston is doing terribly, right?
Ooh, that's too much credit. Terribly is too much credit for how bad we are.
The Mariners were leaving the fucking bases loaded with no outs and getting nothing.
We do have good pitching. Our pitching is good. But
like, how can you waste the opportunity 3 times in a row? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't just happen in 1 inning. It was multiple innings. We would get so hyped, and then all of a sudden,
yeah. Hey,
Cal Raleigh, why is he back?
Well, he's not injured anymore, right?
He is not injured anymore, but he did. He did nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, very odd.
Naylor.
I like Naylor. Naylor's a good player. Yeah, Naylor's a good player. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Cal. He had this historic season last year, and then this year I know he was injured for a chunk of it, but he's been downright terrible this year.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
And then, of course, they lost last night as well, and I had the game on, and then I turned the game off.
Yeah, my boy Connolly Early, one of our young stud pitchers, looks like he's 12 years old. What
I'm gonna tell you is
you have our boy Peyton Tolley. I don't know if you've seen this Peyton Tolley fella. He's unbelievable. One of the joys of the baseball season is Peyton Tolley. He's pitching today to go for the sweep.
Hey, Penny, if Archer is in a bed, it means that you can't go there. She's whining because they keep fighting for the same bed. They have the same bed. It's the same Amazon donut bed.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the one next to me.
Got it.
And both dogs fight for it.
Got it.
Oh, see? Archer caught up, Penny.
What were you going to say, though? You were going to say, let me tell you something?
Let me tell you something. So on the screen, right, when they first come up the bat, on the Tron.
Yeah.
They say when the person debuted, and they say their date of birth. A lot of these motherfuckers are born after 9/11.
My team?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're super young because we're terrible.
Nothing made me feel more old than going, that person was born after 9/11.
Please, for my shoot job, I interviewed someone last week for a position, and they were born in 2008, which would make them 18 years old.
Oh my God.
They were born in 2008.
No.
And I was like, this is disgusting.
No.
I said, this is what? 2008? No. I was a fucking full-grown adult.
No.
In 2008.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, no. if you worked at a bar, you would have people coming to you that were born in what, 2005 that can drink now.
No.
Yeah. That's what it is. 2005.
No.
I was 20 years of age in 2005. I turned 20. And these people can legally drink now.
No.
I couldn't even legally drink when they were born. Well, yeah.
What the hell, man?
You know, time flies when you're having fun. That's what they say.
Well, next Saturday, I go to my 20-year high school reunion.
Hell yeah. I went to mine last year. It was awesome. We didn't have a 10-year. We didn't care enough about 10 years. But 20, we were like, let's do it. Let's run it. Let's run it.
I have to redeem myself. Because my 10-year, like, I had just moved. Like, I have to tell you guys, I had just moved back to Washington. And I had been sober from other things for only a few months. So I was like...
Ketamine?
No.
Okay. Let's just check. I was just throwing something out. I didn't know. You said other things.
Other things.
Yeah, I get it. I just didn't know.
So, other things that we don't do anymore, guys.
We're old.
I drink socially and I take my garden gummies, and that is all for me. But back then I could pound tequila shots and then go to work the next day.
These kids have no idea. These kids have no idea.
They don't drink. They don't party.
And look at. If that's your decision, more power to you. I'm not judging you for not doing that, but I am. How do you get through life? We're not doing that.
I know.
But people, you're only a few years younger than me, but like,
yeah,
our generation,
we went hard.
I was out on a Friday and Saturday night till last call.
Yeah.
And I would be at work 2 hours later.
2 hours later.
2 hours later. I'd go home, I'd take a 35-minute nap, I'd take a shower, and I would go and I would work as good a shift as if I slept for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. If you make the decision to go out and party, you are making that decision knowing that you have a responsibility the next morning, and you decided to do that. So you live with however you feel. You go to fucking work. And
that's also the thing that I think that a lot of these youngins, like, when they go out and party, they're like, oh, I need to take a sick day, or like, oh, I'm going to call out of my shift. And I used to get so pissed, like when I was working in the service industry, because I'm like, we didn't call out. That was not an option.
Because we understood.
Rent has to be paid.
That's part of it. But also, we have all worked. If you work in retail or service, this is a different. I'm not talking about you going to your fucking cubicle. All right. That's different. But like, if you work in service and you work in retail, if you work in that industry, we have all worked a shift where somebody called out and we had a rough day picking up the pieces of being understaffed in that environment, because the customers don't come in and go, oh, they're understaffed, let me actually be considerate. The customers come in and are like, why the fuck am I waiting? They don't give a shit. They can see you back there by yourself and be like, what's the problem? Because customers, for the most part, are entitled pieces of shit. So It is what it is. We've all worked those shifts. So we understand that if it is us calling out, we understand, or at least back then, way more than current times, we understood what that meant for our coworkers. And we understood what that meant for the people at the store, because we know what it's like. Yeah. And we didn't want to do that to other people. Now, and look, there are very good reasons for this and negatives, but now I feel like people are more conscious of, how does this affect me? I really only care about how this affects me, kind of thing. And that's just
HUD right here saying, I've never gotten sick from I've never gotten sick from cheap Jack in the Box tacos at 3 a.m. Those dollar tacos were everything to me.
Yeah. And I also think that's part of it too, is I feel like, back in the day, and again, I don't know how young people party. If they do, I don't know how young people party, right? That's past my time. But back in the day, when you knew you were going out and you were throwing on a good one, when you knew you were going out, you knew, hey, last call's at 2. But I'm not getting home till 4 because we're going to Denny's.
Yeah.
Or we're going to the 24-hour IHOP and we're soaking this shit up. We are soaking this shit up. Or White Castles or a 24-hour McDonald's, right? Whatever. You knew, hey, before I get home, we need to go to Taco Bell and I need to get a cheesy gordita crunch to eat up whatever is floating in my belly and soak it up. And
what I would give to be 20 and do that again.
I would thrive. I would thrive. I thrived in my 20s to begin with. But I would thrive even more because I feel like there would just be less, not to make it sound this way, but there would be less competition in certain aspects, and I just would have thrived more, I feel like. Because nobody has fun. It feels like young people don't have fun. I know that's an over-exaggeration, but it feels like they don't have fun like we had fun. At least.
There were no cell phones, no camera phones, no evidence from the night before, unless you did it.
I was actually talking to somebody that works for me at the shoot job, and I said, back in the day, like I was talking about like when I was a kid. I was like, when I was a kid, if me and my friends made a plan that we were going to meet at the mall on Friday night at 6:30 p.m., my mom drove me to the mall and I just waited to see if they showed up. We were in agreement that we were meeting at the mall. And I went to the mall. There's no way I could text hey, you're on your way? Hey, you're around the corner. What's your ETA? That shit didn't exist. You just assumed, hey, we're meeting by the Bertucci's in the mall. That's where we're meeting at 6:30.
That's a good call.
And that's just how it was. And now I look at it and I'm like, you can now on phones, you can throw somebody your location and they know exactly where you are.
Oh, it really helps, especially because I get lost so easy.
But back in the day, I used to go on vacations with my parents and they would have printed out like MapQuest directions on computer printer paper, or they'd use an actual map. And I sat there and go, nobody knows how to read a fucking map. You don't know where you are reading a map. Nobody knows how to read a map. Come on.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Like how did they get around? Now I just plug in my phone and it's a GPS, so I don't have to worry about anything. Unbelievable.
But all that to say, my tenure was messy, and we started at a pub, and then we ended up at the casino.
I mean, that don't sound messy to me. That sounds like a casino. I love a casino.
And then I wound up in a hotel room.
Well, I mean, that could be a good or bad thing.
Yep.
Okay.
I learned that they were married, and then I was like, well,
hell yeah.
I'm gonna go Purell myself.
It's life experiences, that's all.
Life experiences. That's what happens when you're
I can't tell you how many strangers
26.
living rooms. I can't tell you how many strangers living rooms I was like just like end of the night having a few beers at some guy I met an hour ago at the bar. with me and 3 of my friends just going to his house with like other randoms. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? It's 4:30 in the morning. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? And then you'd be like, all right, it's time to go home, I guess. All right. Exactly. But yeah. Times were had back in the day, y'all. Times were had. She's yelling at the dogs. I don't know if you can tell, but she's yelling at the dogs. Just screaming at them. They're not going to listen, but she's screaming at them. That's what she's doing. Oh, she's giving him the ultimatum. She's saying, you get the hell out of here. Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. She's saying, get out. She said, get out. You see that? She pointed.
Sorry. I was trying to have them come.
What?
I was saying come. And then they do this. They're being naughty.
Yeah, so you say, get the hell out then.
Yeah, then
peace out of here.
Get out. Go to your mama. Go get a job.
Pay a bill.
Pay a bill. What do you want? Oh, you want to be a good boy and be back?
No, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. She's falling for it. She's falling for it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah. See, he's even whimpering and making the high pitched noises to like, oh
no!
Yeah. See, she's falling for it. 100%.
What that dog do though?
What did that dog do?
Oh, shall we talk about wrestling?
If you want. Fucking dog shit.
Well, let's start over at the WWE side because I didn't realize that my tweet would pop off me going, why is Liv in this Queen of the Ring tournament? Doesn't she already have a title belt? Why is someone who like if you win Queen of the Ring, you get a title opportunity?
Correct. I sat here about a month ago and I said, I already know what they're going to do. The finals of this fucking tournament is going to be Liv versus Io. And Io is just going to beat her in the finals, and they are just going to run it back at SummerSlam because it's just so easy to do, and it doesn't have them use their brains creatively at all. And that is exactly what we're getting. That is exactly what we're getting. And I love Io. This is not an anti-Io take whatsoever, but the proper story was Liv and Raquel. If you were going with Liv,
right?
If you're putting Liv in the tournament, and you're also doing it to the point where Liv is going to make the finals, the story was either Raquel or Roxanne. That was the story,
right? And
the Raquel one makes more sense because they've been teasing this for what feels like a year and a half, like slowly, very, very minimally teasing this for a long time. And I think a funner story would have been Liv thinking, oh, we have a Judgment Day finals, so you guys are just going to let me win,
right? And
I'm not going to have to defend my title at SummerSlam. And Raquel being like, yeah, no, I want to win the title. So like that would have been a more creative, I think that would have been a story that if the finals were that right now, I don't think you send that tweet. I don't think you put out that tweet. I don't think people are acting negative, even though it's stupid for her to be in the tournament to begin with. Period. End of story. But I think if they would have went that route and it was Liv and Raquel in this finals coming up on Saturday, I don't think anybody would be bitching. I really don't.
Love that.
Yeah. And it's just, and again, HUD mentions the bloodline stuff that we can get to that here too in a little bit, but it's just rinse and repeat. It's just rinse and repeat. And again, this is not even an anti-Liv. I like Liv Morgan.
Right. Same.
I'm not upset about having to watch Liv and Io have a wrestling match together. I'm not upset about that at all. The match is going to be good. I like both of those people. It's just incredibly lazy because either Liv is going to win by cheating and then Io will get the rematch at SummerSlam that way, or Io's just going to beat her and she's going to go, okay, well, I already beat you once, so I'm picking you. And it's just lazy. And I saw your tweet. I saw some people, as is to be expected, being shitty about it. And those are the people that I decided to have fun with yesterday afternoon on Twitter.
81 comments.
Yeah. And so Rhea's injury mark is an issue. I do agree. But
there were more than just Rhea and Stephanie.
Correct. And that's a problem and it's been a problem in both sides of the thing. Because what have we been complaining about for a year and a half is the men's side is the same 6 people. Yeah. It's Roman, it's Seth, it's Punk. It's the same guys. Now we feel a little bit less because I think we're seeing we're seeing Oba. We're seeing we're seeing some new faces that are like Javon is in the, so it's just, I don't know, man. It's just lazy to me. And that was really when I was commenting on the people commenting on your post yesterday. That's all I was saying is I was just kind of like, you guys are just accepting them being lazy.
Yeah. At this point.
That's all you're doing. Oh, well, she wants to go for 2 titles. Why wouldn't she want to go for 2? It's like, yeah, I understand that, but that is lazy. They're being lazy. They don't want to have to be creative. Back in the day, say for what it was, because there was clearly a monster running things. But when there was an injury or something crazy happened, they created a different story. They fixed things. Right. And it feels like now they're just, all right, what's the easiest way we can do it? And they're being lazy on the other side of things. Mark, I agree with you. I would have loved Charlotte and Io. I think if you wanted to get to Io and Liv at SummerSlam, which is like the reported direction they want to go on Raw, why couldn't it have been Io versus Charlotte at Night of Champions? And then just have Io beat Charlotte and choose Liv. What the hell is wrong with that? But no, we have to have the champion in the finals of the tournament that gets you a championship. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's annoying. And again, this is not anti either of those ladies.
Right. I think that's not what we're saying, but it's the fact that this is called Queen of the Ring. This is the opportunity to get a title shot for someone who doesn't already have a title.
Correct. It's the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments, much like the Royal Rumble. At least the way that the way that I take it is these were opportunities to either hotshot somebody back up to the main, like a Charlotte who's been in the tag team division for 2 years. Easy way for her to hotshot right back up into a title chase. Or you put somebody new over to get a title shot, whether they win or lose. You put somebody new over. That's what this tournament is designed for. And it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ryan over here saying, are they going to put Liv in Money in the Bank as well?
That's would you be shocked? Would you be shocked? None of us would be shocked if they did that. None of us.
Right.
And HUD, we were talking about that off air, me and Collins, before we came on. All 4 participants in the finals are all Raw superstars.
Yeah.
All of them. Because they made it very clear that Raw is on Netflix. Raw is the A show. So guess what? All 4 of the finalists are all from the Raw brand. And I know there's not really a separation. Whoa.
That was
clogged up over there. Not all of them are, they don't really do the brand split. I get that. It's not like a, but still, they're all regular people that are on Raw every week that are in the finals. And that should tell you a lot. It should tell you a lot. And I just don't, I don't know. And we're not even talking about the men's yet, because that has its own other side of, at least in the men, I look at it and I go, they have a chance to really make this right on the men's side of things if they go a certain route. But I don't think they're going to go that route. I think they're going to do what HUD did, what HUD said that we've been talking about. And I expect Brock Lesnar to cost Obafemi in that match, because you got to get to that 3rd match at SummerSlam. And then I think we're just, why is Jey Uso in the finals?
Why is Jey Uso like anywhere near? That's not even the story that we've been telling, except, however, the bloodline all of a sudden is something that we are talking about again. So
I
hate that that's going on.
And the men's side of the roster, to me, I think the glaring issue is they have 2 world champions in Roman and Cody, who, again, I like both those guys, but they are both horrendously boring to me right now. Horrendously boring. And we're just running back, and Kate mentioned it on the SmackDown review on on the main channel on Friday. This bloodline, running back the blood, and again, I like the Jacob stuff until they made him a bitch. And although on Monday they actually did some really cool stuff, I thought, with Jacob, I thought that was actually cool with the Eric Andre thing. And I'm intrigued about the Roman Jake, because like it feels like Jacob is now Roman's main side guy, and the Usos are kind of getting shoved to the side here, which I think will lead to Jay's probably going to win the King of the Ring. And he said he's going to challenge Cody, but I wouldn't be shocked if he challenges Roman. But I just feel like the 2 world champions are very, very boring right now. And when the bloodline story is going, it's not just a standalone story. And Kate said, like I said, it affects everything. It's affecting the King of the Ring tournament. It's affecting what's going on SmackDown. It affects everything. It's not just the bloodline's kind of doing its own thing over here and the rest of the shows. No, it affects everything. Like I think she called it an umbrella story. That was her phrasing for it, Kate. It's true. And they did the thing with Cody, with Gunther. They've made Gunther like an idiot these last couple weeks.
Right.
And then,
which it's Gunther.
Yeah. So they've made him look like an idiot. Now they have a triple threat match happening at Night of Champions with Cody, Gunther, and Sammy, which I like the idea of that match. But Cody's just going to win it. At least he shouldn't, but I think he's gonna, because why would I think otherwise? Because they've been doing the same old bullshit for a year.
Yeah.
And it's boring. And it's like, and Hud said it, like Gunther, a guy who in the last calendar year retired Goldberg, retired John Cena, retired AJ Styles, has been a world champion twice since last Mania, and now he's whining and complaining and trying to cheat to win and all that. It's like, that's not who Gunther is. Gunther's a savage who's going to chop your chest into your body.
Yeah.
And kill you and beat you. And now he's looking like he's some crybaby, whiny heel. And it's like, no. Sami Zayn being that guy makes sense. That is a Sami Zayn character. But it's just like, I don't know. We're going into Night of Champions. First of all, Roman's not even there. So he's not even going to be there.
No,
so cool.
He's busy going to the White House.
Great. So, so he's not even going to be there. And then you get a triple threat match, which in theory, do I think the match will be good? Yeah, those 3 guys are studs. Like the match will be good, fine. But if Cody just wins, then it's just like, oh, all right. And again, I love Cody. But it's boring.
It is boring.
And it's just like, Gunther should have beat him at the last pay-per-view. He should have lost it well before that, in my opinion.
Agreed.
But it's just like, I don't know what else. I don't know. Well, there is one thing they can do. And the one thing they can do to kind of, I think, revitalize it is Oba should win the King of the Ring. And he should win the title at SummerSlam. Now, I don't think they're going to do that. I would love Sammy to cheaply win that title on Saturday at Night of Champions. That would be. It
would just suck, because then that's what story have we been building though?
So I'm just kind of like, because Sammy still thinks he's the good guy, even though the crowd knows he's a bad guy. Sammy still thinks he's a good guy, and everybody's been kind of. And Sammy and Cody have a fun history. I would love Sami Zayn to be the guy that actually takes the title off of Cody. I think that would be a lot of fun. And then you can have Cody try to, fine. But I just, and they said Punk's going to come back soon and he's going to be on SmackDown.
Allegedly.
Yes. And he's going to be on SmackDown. And I do think that will revitalize SmackDown. And, the Cody Punk match is a big match we haven't seen or had yet in WWE or ever. Anywhere? Yeah, they never got to that in AEW before Cody left, right? So like that's a match we haven't seen. So that's cool, but I think that's the Mania match next year. So if CM Punk's coming back in 2 weeks, what's he doing for 6 months before he wins the Royal Rumble or wins an Elimination Chamber or the same old trope typical bullshit it's just I don't know. They need a big time jolt.
Agreed.
Especially at the top of the men's division. And Obafemi is that guy. I just don't believe they're going to do it. I think Jey Uso is going to win the King of the Ring, and I think everyone's going to be like, what the hell are we doing, dude? How are we going backwards? How are we going backwards?
Because it's old, tired story. That's
brutal.
it.
Brutal.
Well, I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, that's the thing that's unfortunate is literally next weekend is Night of Champions.
It is. And in Saudi. Yeah, right?
I will not be watching.
It's on the afternoon, so I mean I'll get home from the shoot job and I'll turn it on and I'll watch it. I do like the idea. I love tournament wrestling.
Sure.
And I love the King and Queen of the Ring. And again, those final matchups, I'm intrigued to see how Oba and Jay goes. I think I know what's going to happen, and I think that the big dumb idiot Brock Lesnar is going to show up and cost Obafemi.
You think he's going to fly all the way to Saudi?
For the paycheck? Yes. They'll give him $10 million to do it. I do.
I wish someone would give me $10 million just for showing.
If that doesn't happen, then what are we just again? I feel like Oba should just win. But if that doesn't happen, are you just gonna have Oba beat Jay straight up, or Jay beat? They're not gonna have Oba lose regular,
right?
So I feel like unless you're truly going with Oba, and he's gonna win it, and he's gonna challenge Roman for the title at SummerSlam, which I'm for. That should be the decision. Oba can't lose at SummerSlam to me, in that particular instance.
Yeah, he can't at all. That would be a waste of freaking time.
Yes. So I don't know how, unless they do the thing that Bully Ray said, where he's like, I would just give it to and again, Bully Ray says a lot of dumb stuff, but I agree with him on this one, where he said, I would have Oba win the King of the Ring, and then I would have Brock come back, and he says, now I have a reason to come back and fight you. I want to fight you on night 1. If I beat you, I get your title match on Sunday, on night 2 against Roman. And if you beat me, I retire. And then you have Oba beat Brock on night 1. And then you have Oba beat Roman on night 2 and be crowned the champion.
Hell yeah. That'd
be great.
All of this would be worth it if Oba
100%.
defeats Roman Reigns.
100%. 100% agreed.
What are you looking for?
But
I sold your son for barking. Because he wanted his own podcast.
Oh, no.
It's fair. But I feel like that's the only way, unless you just have Oba. I thought Brock was going to come cost Oba, and I thought Dom might have snuck into the finals, which I would have been okay with.
I mean, we were talking a few weeks ago how the finals are going to be Dom and
Javon. Yeah, Dom and Liv in the final. But Dom and Javon would have been a fun little final.
Dom and Javon would have been fun.
Then you could have Dom challenge Cody and maybe change that up a little bit and not challenge Roman. And I think that would have been a fun little Dom and Cody at SummerSlam for the title. That's fun.
New matches.
That's
in
fresh.
WWE?
Yeah, a fresh matchup. Holy shit. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. But, who am I?
Well,
but it's going to be Jay, and it's going to be Jay versus Roman. And I'm going to be like, what is this, 2022? The hell are we doing?
Well, the day after Night of Champions, we open the Forbidden Door, AEW putting on, and we're going to be doing a little preview show. Next week, we'll be talking about our different predictions, so you'll want to tune in next week. But AEW New Japan, Stardom, CMLL, all a part of it. We have matches with matches with stipulations. We have both the men and women's own Heart Cup final in here. We have people coming out from the woodwork, getting matches. I mean, the entire Tekla build, like her going to Japan and getting escorted out. Like, this feud runs deep, man.
Oh yeah. The history to it is great. And I know they're gonna add more matches, but the Forbidden Door, as of right now, it's not so forbidden. There are a lot of AEW, and look at. I know, and you know me, I'm a huge AEW guy. It is my number one company, has been for a while. Forbidden Door for me, usually, even though I enjoy it and it's great, it is like the pay-per-view of the year on the calendar that I am the least excited about, because I don't watch a lot of outside, you know what so a lot of the people that, I know we're going to get great matches. I know it's going to be fun, but they kind of put the AEW stories on hold. At least in the past, they would kind of put them on hold, and then you'd have these new little 3-week, 1-month stories. And then it was like, after Forbidden Door, we just, all right, we're back. And we start going back, I do actually prefer it to be this way, where there's as of right now, 4 or 5 Forbidden Door matches. And then the other ones are stories we've been building from AEW for the last little bit. I like that. But it does feel like it's a little less Forbidden Door-y than we've seen.
On who you ask. It depends on who you ask. I mean, last year's card, if I remind y'all, last year's card, we saw Mercedes in a 4-way, right? That's where we were introduced really to Bozilla and Persephone, and Alex Windsor had just joined the company. So we were getting those kinds of exposure from all different kinds of people. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Nigel McGuinness, which
awesome.
There was that whole thing, and it was intertwined because Daniel Garcia was part of it, and then he deferred to the Death Riders and all of that. We got to see Brodito, right, become champions last year, and that whole friendship that came from that. But really, last year didn't have a lot of New Japan, because a lot of people from New Japan last year were injured or on the reserve, or they didn't want to risk the G1, or they didn't want to risk what have you. So there was just not as many. This year, I feel like there is more of a New Japan presence, and I'm hoping that there is even more, because we have our IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion, Shota, Mr. Shooter, finally getting that championship belt. And that match is versus Pac, which I think is going to be an insane match. Because if you've been watching Shooter for the last 5 years, he went from being a young boy to now you're heavyweight champion. So I think that there's a lot of matches, a lot of things that are going to develop. More, obviously, matches are going to be, because really there's only 10 listed right now. There's a steel cage match. We have, it looks like all companies really featured, but I could see more CMLL, especially on the buy-in in the 0 hour. But overall, I'm pleasantly surprised, because this is what I love, because it's all of the things that I like to watch. So I'm excited.
It's going to be a great show. I mean, listen, we got Swerve and Ospreay on this card in the final for the men. I mean, that match is going to be.
Oh my gosh!
We have Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenny Omega. Okay. Just giving that to us.
Can I just say, Kenny Omega going, nobody knows what TMDK means. Do you know what TMDK means?
Yeah, the Mighty Don't Kneel.
Everybody knows that. It's the longest standing.
Apparently
faction.
the crowd in Houston didn't know, because that crowd sucked on Wednesday night.
They don't know
and
to spell.
They didn't make a peep when Zack Sabre Jr. came out at the end of that,
which is crazy.
Kenny Omega match. Did not make a peep.
That's Zack Sabre freaking Jr.
Incredible. But look at that. Yeah,
that's a dream match for me. By the way,
100%. That match is going to rule. Will and Swerve is going to rule. Regardless of how you feel about it, this 12-person cage match is going to be a chaotic mess.
I feel like we need a chaotic mess every pay-per-view.
They said that's going to main event. I thought, I want
MJF to win, by the way. That's what I'll say that now. And we'll see if my thoughts change.
It's not going to be Briscoe. My thought process is, at the next pay-per-view after Forbidden Door, which is the new one in Montreal, that's going to be Kenny. That's going to be Kenny Omega going after MJF.
Hell yeah, it's going to be Kenny Omega. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that means that MJF's team just kind of wins outright and Mark doesn't get the title match, or maybe Mark's team wins and that match is on a Dynamite or something.
Yeah.
And it just ends a Dynamite. But yeah, I don't know.
By the way, I'm wearing my new Kyle Fletcher shirt. Take him by his full name.
The Protostar?
The Protostar. It's kind of a fun shirt because it just kind of looks like a fun little design.
Yeah.
But
that's cool.
It's actually words. There's actually words in there. But can we talk about, did you watch Collision last night?
I watched like the first hour and then I kind of know what happened the rest.
Collision was really fun last night. I like Collision because it's just so many matches. It's not as much, backstage stuff, but there were a lot of backstage segments last night, which I was pleasantly surprised. Shida is becoming even darker of a heel, and I am all for this. Okay? I am all for this. We got to actually see Megan Bayne talk.
Yep.
Her and Lena Cross made that match.
They're doing They're doing a challenge, or they yeah.
It's going to be Thunder Rosa versus Olympia, which big lady. We love big lady. Shida is unhinged, Mike. Definitely. Shida is unhinged. But the main event last night, Athena and Maya World. And can I tell you, pleasantly shocked.
It's fair.
Who would have thought that Maya World and Hyan coming into this company being like, yeah, we'll do anything. We'll work anywhere. We'll job to these people. Like, we're going to put in the work. And that's one thing that Tony Khan, in my opinion, really rewards, is people who are willing to work. And, he really rewards people for not having egos. Sure, everybody in the wrestling business has a fucking ego. It is really difficult to get away from. But he rewards people for wanting to work and wanting to put in the time and the reps. They've been on Ring of Honor week after week after week. And then with this tournament, having that spot open because Suri has a neck injury, Maya World going in there and having a huge upset against Sky Blue, which I was like, wow, they're really gonna, have her go up against Athena, and Athena's gonna win. But having a tit for tat match with Athena, and oh my God, if you guys want to watch a really great wrestling match, go watch the match with Athena versus Maya World. There's a spot on the barricade.
Yeah, it was like the world spine. What's the move? World spine, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And the way that she hits the barricade, oh my God, from the top, it made my back crack. But the fact that Athena put in the O face, and there aren't many people who have kicked out after the O face. And Maya World kicks out of the O face and then has a rebuttal of her own and does a bridge. And that's how she pins Athena in the end. Holy shit. really showcasing that if you put in the work, you are rewarded. And that is so opposite to what WWE is, because WWE does not give a shit if you're constantly putting in the work, or over with the fans like Bailey, who was constantly putting in the work and not rewarded. AEW over here being the counter program going, you know what? You've been showing up, you've been at work, you've been doing all these reps, you've been, your back's been up against, the mat, you staring up at the lights, taking the job for multiple people. Let's give you some W's.
Yeah. So I did this. I went back and I watched this match. This was a really, really great match. Obviously, it took me by surprise, as I thought Mercedes and Athena as the final was a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
I like Maya World. I think I find it weird that two people that were not in this tournament when the brackets were released are now the finals. I feel like that to me is a little odd. They
really had to,
and there were injuries, so you can't. Yeah. And again, when we talk about pivoting and not playing it safe and taking some chances, this is what we talk about. To me, I look at this more as they don't want Athena to lose on a pay-per-view, and they're okay with Maya World losing at a pay-per-view to Mercedes. And that's how I take it. And Maya World deserves it. And what you're just talking about the work she's done. She also has persevered through some horrific tragedy very recently as well. So there's that aspect to it of like, yes, you've been putting in good work and showing up and doing the work and putting other people over and doing all this, but you're also still showing up to work when you've been through this terrible fucking thing as well. So I think, it is deserved. And I think the match that we see next week is going to be fun.
Right.
I know some people in the chat are saying they hope she wins. I would not bet on that.
I wouldn't bet on it. That's not the story that we've been telling.
Yes. But I do like the idea of Mercedes losing and crashing out before, because Mercedes, and we saw what happened after the match, because Athena trained Maya World, correct? That was like the story as well? Yes. So Athena, they hug it out and it looks like they're having a nice moment. And then Mercedes comes out and she's like, yeah, like hyping up the match. And then Athena takes out Maya World and her and Mercedes are like buddy beating the crap out of them. So Mercedes, which I liked. I liked that story because that also builds a tag team match along the way with Mercedes and Athena versus Hyann and Maya World. You can have that match on a Dynamite or Collision or whatever you want to do on the way. You could do that this week if Hyann's available. That could be a Wednesday night Dynamite match, that tag match, which would be fun. So, but I look at it and I go, I expect Mercedes to be a babyface when she wins the title for the first time. She hasn't really, and she hasn't really been. She's still heel Mercedes so far. So, that's the only part of it is, if Mercedes wins next Sunday, and it's her and Tekla, they have a month to get there, but that's heel. I just,
Yeah, I get it.
So that's the only aspect where I'm like, maybe. Do they have Maya just make this like ridiculous run to the finals and think that Maya will have like the whole crowd behind her against Tekla?
Absolutely.
And then Tekla just beats her and ruins the dream. And then you can have Mercedes kind of work her way back up to that. Maybe it could happen. I was just shocked at the result. I thought we were easily getting Athena and Mercedes. But it was fun. And
it was a fun match.
Yeah.
And it's going to set up a really fun. I mean, I think anyone who has a good match against Mercedes at this point, they are going to lose, but I think it's going to be a fun way to get there. Thank you. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, and I'm excited for the show. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a fun little show.
Oh my God, yeah. Look, it's going to be a ton of fun. The matches look to be great. The world title's not being defended, but that's okay when it's this type. I think Forbidden Door is really one of the only pay-per-views in the AEW calendar where like that's okay because it's not. It's But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know much about Starlight Kid, but like the story they're telling with Tekla going over there and just haunting that guy that runs Stardom, and I just think that's been really fun and good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Starlight Kid. I know Mystico's been around on Collision. He has a match on Dynamite. So is he on the card officially, Mystico, yet, or do you think he probably gets a match this week? If he's not already on it,
probably get one. Because he did have a match last night.
Yes, and he's already booked. He's already booked in a match on Wednesday, a 6-man with Brodito.
But he is in the 3-way tag team match, for Forbidden Door, Young Bucks versus El Sky Team, which is Mystico and Mascara Dorada. Versus Shingo Takagi and Teton.
Okay, that's good. That'll be a fun match. Yeah. So I haven't seen like the full uploaded card. So like 10 matches. I was like, damn, they already have 10 matches. So yeah, look at AEW puts on great pay-per-views. They don't miss. I expect this to be really, really good. I like how there's a little bit more AEW versus AEW on here. Because as like, I keep up somewhat with the other promotions, but as an AEW avid fan, like I'm glad I'm getting to see some story conclusions for the AEW stories they've been telling.
Right.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then we got that brand new pay-per-view, and then All In is right here, man. So
yeah. Can I backtrack?
Yeah.
Because
can do whatever the fuck we want. I want to
talk about AEW Dynamite this week because it opens with Tony Nese.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Nese, Mr. Corn Cob Abs. Every time he's on my screen, I go, I love this guy because he really is also one of those other ones who have taken all of those times, all the opportunities, and he goes, thank you. I will do whatever for our paycheck as long as I'm wrestling. And
I mean, he barely wrestled on Wednesday.
He barely. I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit longer than less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But again, starting off your AEW Dynamite episode with Kenny Omega. Oh my God.
Unannounced Kenny Omega, too. He was not booked prior.
Yeah, he was not.
So, and we saw a couple, because we saw that. And then an hour later, the very next segment, Brodito teams for the first time in nearly a year. So we saw like some cool unadvertised kind of stuff early on,
Brodito versus Death Riders, which they
I love this match. It was the second best match on the show. Mercedes and Hazuki fucking ruled. But I loved it. For a match that was not booked going into the night. Oh my
fantastic
God.
match.
And I love Moxley and Garcia as a pair together. This match was fucking awesome. I loved it. Sorry, I'm swearing. But
no, it's okay.
I say it every week because I swear too much. But I swear too much, so I apologize every week. But it's the Boston in me. It just is how I am. But I loved this match. I thought this match had everything. It had the high flying stuff. It had the technical stuff. It had Brody and Moxley chopping the shit out of each other for half the match.
Which I love.
It had everything I wanted. Hard hitting, reversal, submissions, high flying, flip, everything. Awesome.
And I love Brody King and Bandito's relationship so much. And you can see
I love them winning. I love them winning the match. I was not expecting them to win the match. They won the match, which I thought was good.
Yeah. Fantastic match. I don't mind when Dynamite only has 4 matches because they did have a lot of backstage and a lot of other builds, and they were talking about other things and things were building up to Collision. But then I look at Collision and it's
8 matches or whatever, 7 matches, 8 matches.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches.
But Dynamite this week has a ton. Dynamite this week has 7 matches booked already.
We have a lot to plug and play,
Yeah. I agree with you. I would like a little bit more than 4 matches, but when you're giving me 4 matches and 3 of them are the quality of that tag match, Mercedes and Hazuki, and even though I thought it was weird that you would give away the 12-man tag just kind of randomly at the end of the show, the match was still fun and good.
So
like it was
good,
still really good. So, but like if you're having a 4-match show, I know the fourth match was a squash match, it doesn't really count. But like if it's a 3.5 of 4-match show, but 3 of your matches are 20 plus minutes of really, really quality professional wrestling, I'm all for it. And I because I know some stuff came out and you were vocal about. I also thought, get the first little few lines out of the way. I thought Swerve and Ospreay was excellent as well. I thought that was a really, really good segment.
If we want to go there, I've talked at nauseum.
Yeah, we don't have to.
I've talked at nauseum, but it's a thing of like I was getting mad at people, and anytime that like I'm getting mad and I'm not getting paid for it. No.
Leron, I agree with you. I feel like Hazuki and Mercedes should have been the main event of Dynamite.
Absolutely.
Regardless of that, though, unbelievable match. Unbelievable. That was the first time I'd ever seen Hazuki wrestle.
Really?
Yeah. Again, I'm a North American. That's what I watch WWE and AEW. I pay attention to certain, like, I'll throw on AAA if I'm not doing anything. I'll throw on I watch an MLW from time to time, GCW, and I watch the big ones. We did the Wrestle Kingdom watch along. I watch, but I don't regularly keep. There's only so much time. I got to work and shit. There's only so much time for me. So
that's respectable. I respect that.
Yeah. But I know you were very vocal about it. And again, this is probably the man in me, and I apologize. Again, was it the best thing he could have said? No. But again, I don't know their relationship. I don't know how they talk to each other. I don't know. She could have been at home laughing her ass off. But I don't know.
From what it sounds like, they both have that kind of relationship with each other, and that is fine. But you're also bringing in the audience, and I think it is something of note to say that,
if she. Yeah, finish your point. Sorry.
That if people are critical of this segment or the words or what have you, and they're saying, hey, I want to watch a wrestling show where women are not constantly from specific people being dehumanized. You have every right to have that sort of opinion, and it's not getting mad on their behalf. It's just in general, when you hear go clean yourself up. It's it's implied that you're dehumanizing this person. This is not aftercare. You know what I mean? And it gives other people the permission to speak to us that way in this male-dominated space, which is something that we have constantly been talking about. Because I don't know. I don't want to be degraded like that. But it gives other people the permission. Oh, I saw Will Ospreay doing it. Oh, I saw MJF doing it. Oh, I saw, whatever heel doing this. And they're doing it because they're a heel. But it's the fact that
well, he's anything but that. He's the
he's
overwhelming.
Supposed to be the
he's gonna be the hero of the company in 2 months.
But all that to say,
yes,
from a PR standpoint, and I actually talked to someone who is in PR, and I asked them their opinion, and I wanted to share that. Can I share that?
Yeah, I was going to say real quickly, but I had more of an issue with how he responded to that tweet.
Correct.
More than I did what he said. Now, again, I understand completely how anybody feels, however they feel about it. But for me, if you're going to try to be cheeky and try to be funny, which that was how he was trying to come across to me, was the little dance and step after, and fine, I'm okay with that. It didn't again, but when somebody writes how they felt about it, and your response is, go touch grass.
Right.
That to me is more to me. And again, I'm not a woman, obviously. That to me was more offensive. Yeah, that was more offensive to me, of him just not validating how someone could feel than him actually saying what he said before. But I do want to hear, obviously. But that's just my stance on he probably just could have not said it.
Yeah.
I feel like,
So my PR friend said the promo itself is survivable. It's scripted. There's a writer's room. They can always get behind, it's just the character. That part is deniable all day. What is not deniable is him personally replying touch grass to a woman who critiqued it. That's not the storyline. That's a grown man's real conduct. And it's the part that keeps the whole thing alive. It comes to term with the fact that he took something contained and made it personal, which is basically a cardinal sin. The smartest move for AEW is to say nothing and quietly tell him to put his phone down. His statement only makes it bigger. But the part that no one will say out loud is they sell themselves as the progressive, the alternative. So the top babyface talking about his wife like a conquest, then tells a female fan to touch grass, lands way worse for them than it would have in the Attitude Era. It's off-brand, and they spent years building up the alternative. They write it out because that's the right call, but trust me, internally, people are pissed.
I bet. So, and that literally, and you didn't tell me that statement beforehand before I said what I said, because she's saying the same thing. I thought that was way worse than what he actually said. Because I can take that and go, okay, well, A, he's playing a character, A, and B, he was trying to come off as being funny. So I can go, okay, that didn't land probably like it was
dismissive, you know?
Yeah. But I thought obviously she's in PR, so she's gonna say it way more perfect than I can. But that's exactly how I feel.
People say it way better than I can.
If he never responds,
if he never said anything,
the story goes away the next day. Let people say how they feel and just whatever. Let people say how they feel. Let the people argue with each other about it. But once you say something, bro, that's it. Now this shit is attached to you. Because now not only do I know that character-wise you feel that way, but you also feel that way regularly.
As a person.
Correct. And again, you're doing this on national television. You're not doing it at the bar with your two buds.
Correct.
There's a difference, in the way you're portraying, so again, it's just, if that's their relationship and that's how they talk to each other, cool. If a week and a half from now on a Collision or Dynamite, they interview her and she says something similar about him, I'll chuckle at that too. But at the same time, it's just, And
it's the fact that we as people with
if he
mental
said,
intelligence,
yes,
emotional intelligence, we're able to decipher those too. But the fact is, so many people were literally justifying Catherine's point of the fact that we're just asking to not be dehumanized. That's it.
It's really he could have said the first part, hey, you know what I did? I took her upstairs and I smashed the life out of her. Okay, cool. You had sex with your wife on your wedding night.
Yeah, you had sex with your wife. Okay.
All the time. Yeah, happens all the time. But if he just would have said that second line, I gave her a kiss on the cheek and I said, all right, babe, I'll be back soon. I got to go to Houston. Or hey, I just said, hey, babe, I love you. I'll be back soon. I got to go to Houston. That is completely different than clean yourself. Because then I'm just like, what are you, porn? What are you doing, porn over there? Clean yourself up?
Yeah.
Like
that's
that,
happening.
There's just
I didn't need that. I didn't need that visual. And you know what? That's that is unfortunately the way that a lot of men think of women, is how they want to degrade them. Oh, I'm going to splooge all over your face, or I'm going to, do whatever to all of you, Superman that hoe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's.
And and Binky, who is she's just said that she cackled at that promo. So she didn't, and that's fine. Again, I'm a man. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm going to feel the same about it than, ladies do. But I didn't think anything of it to begin with, but I was just kind of like, all right, yeah. Just kind of yeah. That's just how I handled it. And then when I saw the tweet, again, it wasn't even I was offended by the tweet, but I looked at the tweet and I just said, ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not gonna
I mean,
go well.
You have people like Ricochet and you have people like MJF who've said things online, and you get that okay, they're toying the line of being a heel and maybe they cross the line, but this is supposed to be your top baby face. And I think that's where the disconnect lies, especially with me. British humor aside, like the fact still remains the same that like people should be able to criticize and feel the way that they feel. And that's that. They should be able to do that. And
agreed.
And not be dogpiled on. Because I'll tell you guys, it's not the same. Okay. But personally, experience wise, like y'all know I love to dress fancy when I love to go to wrestling.
These damn dogs. These damn dogs. Barred from the office. Kicked out. See you later. Not allowed. From 12 to 2, not allowed in the office.
Yeah, they're not allowed. But like I've gone to a wrestling show where I've worn like something with, cleavage showing. And then I'm talking with some guy and maybe, I feel very confident in my body. Don't get me wrong. But I've had men literally honk my breasts. And like that's sexual assault. And I've gone to said wrestling companies and said, hey, that guy just honked my boobs. And they go, well, they're not going to do shit. So now I don't feel safe because if that's tolerated, further harassment and assault is. So now I'm going to tell my girlfriends, hey, don't wear short shorts or, low fitting tops because they're not going to do shit if a guy goes beyond that. You know what I mean? And then you're losing the female audience that could be there. And if nothing is being done, then it's not a safe environment. All because a guy decided to honk some boobs. You know what I mean? Like, and then they go, what do you mean? It's a safe environment. We book one match for women
at 9:30 for 7 minutes. Not this week. But
it's a thing of like we want to make spaces safe for all, and if it's not tolerable for men, it shouldn't be tolerated for women. You know what I mean? Like, although I'm pretty sure if I honked a guy's dick during a show,
first of all, they would not go complain to security.
They would not complain at all.
No, they'd be like, you want to go somewhere so you can do that a little bit more?
Yeah. But it can be violating, and it can invite a kind of safety concern that maybe isn't wanted. I didn't go to that wrestling show to have my boobs honked at.
No. And again, we have to do.
It's all about consent, people.
Correct. And I just think as a whole, and we've talked about this, and especially over the last 5 or 6 years, more of these instances have come to light, and I feel like we are much more. That's going to say wrong. We are much less tolerant of things like that now than we were 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And that's a good thing, but it's still, and this is just not in wrestling, but in the world, we're still working towards getting to kind of where we need to be. And, again, say what you want to say, cut the cheeky line, fine, but people are allowed not to like the line.
Correct.
Without having you tell them, oh, your opinions, go fuck yourself in your opinion.
And it's why I think heavily that a lot of AEW wrestlers, they need PR. They need someone else running their accounts for them.
Maybe. Maybe.
It's wild. It's a wild world out there, y'all.
It is. But with those first few lines aside, ooh, man, this segment with Swerve was good.
It was good, and I really think that it got people excited for their feud. I mean, people know that Will is going to win. It's no shocker there, but I think Swerve is going to not make it easy for him.
Oh, for sure. And I always love when they talk about history. And they talk about shit that's happened. And I thought they both leaned into a bunch of stuff that happened and all that stuff. And you notice that Swerve mentioned a certain somebody quite a few times in this promo? Somebody we haven't seen for a while. Just thought it was funny that, Hangman was mentioned by MJF earlier in the night as well. In the cold open, MJF kind of called everybody out. He called Kenny out too, but he mentioned Hangman. And then Swerve in this promo, Will never said Hangman's name in this promo, but Swerve said it 3 or 4 times. So I thought that was kind of, but I loved.
Interesting.
I loved Will saying, "Hey man, last year when I got my neck snapped, I don't remember a lot, but I remember seeing Kenny trying to climb that cage. I remember seeing all these other people coming out here and trying to get in that ring and help me. Darby, who can climb Mount Everest but can't climb a stage." I thought that was a funny line by Will. And then he's like, "But where were you?" And he goes, "But then I watched it back and I did see you and you did the right thing and all this stuff." And then Swerve leaning in and being like, "I had to listen to you a year ago telling me that stepping aside from the world title and helping Hangman was for the greater good. And now what? We had to get the belt off Moxley. And now what? Where the hell is Hangman? What the hell did we do? What did we fight for? We fought for nothing. We fought for nothing. And I'm not stepping aside for anybody else anymore. It's my time." And him even saying, I don't know what this really referred to, but him saying even when he was champion, he had to step aside for fragile egos and shit. What was that in reference to? Do you know?
I don't know. Who do you think?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm being honest.
Oh.
Did he have to step aside when he was world champion for people? Were people pissed?
Yeah.
Was it the Bucks? Who was it? Punk wasn't there. He was already gone, right?
Yeah, he was already gone.
So who was angry? MJF? I honestly, I'm being dead honest. I have no idea. I don't know who he was referring to.
Well, who did he lose to?
Moxley. No, I refuse. Moxley's like a company guy. I refuse. I refuse to believe Moxley would ever.
Swerve did not lose to Moxley.
Oh no, he lost to Joe, right? Who did he lose to? Hey, who did he lose to?
Bryan Danielson.
Oh, but Danielson didn't want to be world champion, or at least that's how it came across, that he didn't want to be world champion. So what is he? Is he specifically mentioned in Danielson then? That Danielson had the ego and wanted to be champion?
Because you know who else wanted to be champion?
My memory's dog. No, I don't. I smoke marijuana almost every day of my life. I don't remember these things. I don't remember.
Because Punk was still there.
I just said Punk was already gone, and you said yes.
Earlier in the night. Because that was the last match that Punk ever was
all
in.
This is All In, correct?
Correct.
So
in London.
Okay. I'm blaming the herb. Clown.
No, it's okay because that whole thing happened with him and Jack Perry, and then that really overshadowed All In.
Fair. Okay. My timelines are messed up. I thought Punk was already gone by the time Swerve had won the title. Okay. Fair. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Y'all, if I'm wrong, tell me in the chat.
I'm a whole year out. Yeah, am I right? I don't know what's happening. Swerve was a champion, 2 years ago? Or was it the beginning of last year?
You shouldn't ask me about when things were.
Fair. Yeah. That was 2 years ago. That wasn't the MJF Adam Cole year was a while ago. That was years ago.
That was
2 years
2023, 2022.
Yeah.
Because Danielson won it in 2024 and All In.
From Swerve.
Correct, from Swerve.
Yes. Okay.
Because it was a title versus career match.
But Punk wasn't there, though, for that. Punk was already gone.
Okay, now I'm getting things...
Right? Punk was only there for the first All In England. And then he was out. The Swerve Danielson one was the next year when Punk was done, right? So who the hell was he talking about? I don't know who he's talking about.
And now I'm confused. Punk was already gone. Okay, so who is he talking about? Let me ask
I don't know.
Husband, who was Swerve talking about when he said that there were a bunch of egos when he was champion?
I don't know. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows. I don't know who he was. Either way, the promo was excellent. I loved it. Like you said, I think we all know Will's going to win. But I think that promo did a lot of business where I think even with us all knowing Will's going to win, that got me more jacked up for the match.
Because it couldn't have been Samoa Joe, because Samoa Joe...
Well, Jose in the chat is saying that Phil on Grapsody, another great show we have here on Fightful, Phil's a great guy. Love Phil. He thought it was MJF.
Okay, MJF would make sense. I'm getting my timelines all miskerfuffled, so
it happens. But yeah, I thought that was a good piece of business between those two, and I loved how all Swerve had to do was talk about Ospreay's shoddy neck, and he snapped and hit him, and he got that was down. Yeah, he can clean himself up after, it's fine. You know. So
this is also the time when MJF was like, I'm going to go to WWE. I'm going to go do it.
That was 2024, the bidding war of 2024.
Okay. I'm seeing the light here, guys. Yes. I don't smoke as much of the gardening stuff as you do. So, but I'm still a fucking idiot.
Listen, I love using a good hoe every so often, you know? But yeah,
y'all, I appreciate you in the chat. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. See, we all figured that we all figured that out together.
Okay.
We all figured that out together. But I was like, yeah, I think I don't, because he said that line, and I was like,
I thought I was talking about Punk because I'm over here, big old Punk hater. So
yeah, that's fair. But like, yeah, the whole time I'm like, who was? I don't remember hearing any like backstage talk or reports of like somebody causing a ruckus about Swerve or anything like that. I was like,
it would make sense with MJF though,
if it was. But MJF is saying good things. He's going on all the publications saying he loves the locker room better than ever, and like he thinks and a Swerve even like retweeted it with like the 100 emoji and shit.
They can bury it, and doesn't matter to me.
No. But I think I think they look at it has to be hard to kind of pivot to get to Forbidden Door, even though they know it's coming, to kind of have that quick turnaround and create some form of stories for some of these matches cannot be easy. You know, the Forbidden Door people literally just showed up in the last like week or so, you know, so they have like 2.5 weeks to build really to this show. And I think that they've done a pretty good job for the most part. And
it is interesting, though, can I just say, is that all the title defenses that Swerve had, according to Cage Match, a lot of them happened because he got it in April 2024. So he went against Claudio in April. In May, it was against Christian. In June, Roderick Strong. June, Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door 2024. And then he didn't have another title defense until he lost it to Bryan Danielson in August.
And I think that was because he got banged up a little bit. So that stretch when he's not there, that's what he was talking about, where he said, I had to step aside a little bit for whatever. Now, was that because Danielson won the Owen, correct? So he wasn't in the Owen. So was he just not around and let the Owen play out? And Danielson won the Owen that year, right? That's how he got that title match.
Owen, yeah.
Okay. So now we're piecing it together.
Look at that. Two brain cells competing for second place.
Does he just mean in general? Because if I recall correctly, during that time, at least the reports or the things that were saying was Tony and the brass were really pushing for Danielson to win the title belt, but Danielson was like, I don't want to, nor do I need to. So could he be talking about a non-wrestler? Could he be talking about people making decisions that he didn't agree with? Like,
perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, all of that to say, Danielson got that big moment, and then he lost it.
He got killed by John Moxley
afterward, because he got killed in Tacoma, Washington.
Funny, he went into a coma in Tacoma. They put a plastic bag over his head and tried to kill him.
Can I say the scream I scrubbed in that building?
Yeah.
I didn't like watching murder, guys. Like, I don't want to watch murder.
Who does?
Anyways.
But, yeah.
That's how I feel about that. Well, do we have any last final thoughts? You do have a final thought.
Well, I mean, not like a final thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel I just continue to be in a good mood when I watch AEW, and I just continue to not be in a great mood when I watch.
My sentiments exactly.
But I'm still gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
I again, like next week we have this massive weekend of wrestling.
Right.
We have Night of Champions. We have an NXT PLE with Great American Bash. We have TNA. Well, we can talk about TNA. They got rid of like half their fucking people.
We didn't even talk about that because guess what? We don't have time.
Tommy Dreamer's out. They're saying that Road Dogg is a name out there that could replace him. Then we find out that Sami Callihan was let go. Tessa Blanchard, who cares? But she was let go.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they release a statement, or Anthem releases a statement that's basically like, we're going through a management shrink it, like something like that, which makes me think like they're basically saying, hey, WWE, buy us.
It sounds like they're getting it ready to sell. So,
but however, let's not pretend like TNA's been around for 25 years, guys. This is not a company that started like 6 years. Like they've gone through this like 6 times. I feel like we've been at this is the end of TNA like 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
And they always just find a way. So I don't know, but I thought that was that was pretty crazy that all of a sudden, kind of out of nowhere, TNA is just kind of getting rid of a bunch of people. Mike Santana is going to leave and go to WWE upon contract. It feels like I would expect the same for Leon Slater whenever that is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if WWE did it. I think they would kind of treat it the same way they treat AAA, as they call it, and like kind of keep it its own thing, but they kind of have WWE'd it a smidge. And they have Taker kind of down there booking. Like, I think that would be the same thing. Like, all of a sudden, if Road Dogg is the main creative guy at TNA and WWE buys it, and he's like, hey, this is still going to be TNA on their TV channel with their contract, but we're just going to kind of treat it as like we treat AAA now. I could see them doing that because then you have multiple things all over the place, So we'll see. But
lots of fun wrestling. We got a lot of fun things. It is the summer solstice, so y'all take that moment, go outside, enjoy it with your mother nature. JPJ, what do you got going on this week?
I got the normal. Raw is in the afternoon tomorrow because they're in London. So I'll be live on my channel, not watching Raw. I usually do Raw watch-alongs every week, but I'll be live at some point. But you know me, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, Love Wrestling CA. Me, my man Pluggo, Between Two Beards. We have a preview palooza this Thursday, as we'll be previewing all the shows happening next weekend. And then Sunday's here with you, doing that damn thing. And then Wednesday nights on Body Slam, We're going to be bringing back Dynamite Up. I'm going to have Pluggo and my pal Drew Nicholas joining me on Wednesdays after Dynamites. I think we're going to come back. I think definitely by the latest we'll be doing the post Forbidden Door show. So next Wednesday, but we're going to try to launch it back up this Wednesday. We got SP3 in the chat. Another person who rules.
I don't think it's smart financially or lawsuit-wise for
I
WWE
agree.
to buy or operate TNA. Maybe just buy the library and some talent. Call it a day.
I don't disagree.
Picking it apart for parts is a very TNA thing.
Yes, you know? And the library, they have so many. They have, especially if they're bringing in Santana and Leon Slater, and then the people you already have that have a history in TNA, to have that library to show that their type of stuff over there on your highlight reels and your video packages. I almost feel like that would be useful enough for WWE to make that financial investment.
Hey, they got that AJ Styles to
exactly.
Make it financially, fiscally responsible.
Yeah. Yeah. But one quick thing before we get out of here. I did see that Dax Harwood, because FTR has not been there since they lost to Copeland and Christian. I did see that he basically commented and he said that the top guys need a break and we're not sure we'll be back in AEW. And there has been quiet rumor, maybe, that they would be interested to go back and work for one Triple H. I don't think so. I think they're just kind of stoking
I think that they're just wanting some time.
Yeah, but FTR seems to be, their future seems to be in doubt a little bit.
I don't put a lot of stock in them.
Wow. Okay.
I also think that this is me personally speaking because both of them have blocked me.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
They also are little crybabies who any bit of criticism they take as personal, and I love calling that shit out.
Okay. Fair
unfortunately. But I also love running my mouth. If I were to ever meet them, I probably wouldn't back it up. I'm just being a troll for the sake of being a troll sometimes, but whatever.
That's fair.
Well,
thank you, Hud. Appreciate that, man.
Y'all can find me _queer auntie. We are changing the date that Peak Millennials podcast is coming out. Y'all made it known to us that a Monday doesn't quite fit the vibe sometimes. So you know what? We're coming at you on a Wednesday, maybe a Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be doing lots of little promo things, lots of things over on our Instagram where you can vote and be part of our show. We want it to be a little bit more interactive. So you can go over to, if you're a millennial like me and you like nostalgia, go over to Peak Millennials Pod over on Instagram and go have fun, hang out. We'll put some polls up this week. And then I'm here every Sunday. Y'all, I've been taking a break from doing the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It is nice to just not have to stream sometimes. We'll get back into it. I got a lot of things piped up in the future. I want to be doing more post-show and wrestling things. So if anybody wants to do a Collision post-show, in the future, let's do that because I have a lot of fun. However, I'm just enjoying my summertime. I'm enjoying my time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I stream all the time just because I don't want to work anymore.
I don't either.
So I'm just kind of we're millennials, so we have been working our asses to the fucking grave for our whole lives.
For our whole life.
And we don't have much to show for it because the government are tyrannical pieces of shit. So for me, I like streaming. It gives me pleasure. I have fun doing it, and I have convinced my brain that if I do it a lot, I will somehow get a break and make it, and that could be my job. So
I agree.
I stream as much as I can, even though I'm I don't have any. All I do is, besides work and this, all I do is sleep. That's all I do.
Well, I'm enjoying my summertime, but I'll get back at it shortly. But guys, remember, this is Fightful Overbooked. We have something going on every single day. Monday through Friday, we have In the Weeds. SP3 over here in the chat. Shout out to you, Jeremy Lambert, and Joel Pearl, known TNA hater. Known fun hater.
Yeah, Joel. Poor Joel.
They go In the Weeds Monday through Friday morning. On Fridays, coexisting with Rob and Maggie. They've been very vocal about WWE things lately, so you'll want to check out them. And then obviously us, Coast to Coast, your faves, Auntie Collins and JPJ. Going coast to coast, guys. We talk about everything and everything. You know, anything and everything, everything and anything.
Anything is everything.
Everything is everything. You got it.
Everything happening all at once. What is it? Everything happening. Whatever. I don't care. But yeah. I'm glad my Red Sox came out there this weekend. And,
oh my God! You had to go with the Red Sox as we're. God.
It's called. That's how you do it. You start with something. It's like comedians. You start with one joke, and the last joke of the set is a callback to an earlier joke in the set.
Yeah,
and that's how you know
the
comedian's
Red Sox
ending.
are a joke, is what you're saying.
It's very bad. They are.
Anyways, y'all be kind to each other. Be good. Happy Pride. We'll see you here next Sunday. Bye.